सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधेतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधकेभ्यो साधुभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमामुने शौनकादृषिभ्यो वैशम्पायन ऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिषिभ्यो मत्स्यावतारेभ्यो प्रह्लादाद भक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री आदिवराह शक्तिमात्रे नमः। माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। आद्य शंकराचार्यादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम कृष्ण परमात्मना गुरूणां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः अनुग्रहेण भागवत शास्त्रोक्त उपनिषादोक्त शास्त्रोक्त परब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधनः बोधस्य अनुभवः अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अवाप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण निमित्तं विश्वशान्ति कल्याणार्थं च समस्त साधक भक्त सेवक उपासकानां धर्म संस्थापकानां च विघ्न निवारण शक्ति सामर्थ्य ज्ञान भक्त्यादि समस्त संपदा अवाप्त्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणस्य नवमस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् एकादशस्कन्धस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणम्। Let us chant the penultimate chapter of this ninth skandha, description of the Yadu Vamsha. As we are seeing every day, this chanting also is a very essential part of our spiritual sadhana. Some sadhanas we decide, some sadhanas Guru gives us, some we are somehow convinced by something. One of them must be the Parayanam of all our Shastras. The Veda Parayanam, the Purana Parayanam, the Shruti Smriti Parayanam should occupy at least 1 hour of our every day, along with our Upasanas, Japa, Swadhyaya, Satsanga, Dhyana, ityadi. Only when this is done for many years or lives, that the required amount of purity, single pointedness comes, with which alone we can go with all patience and stamina deeply within ourselves in search of the truth through contemplation and meditation, not otherwise. So let us help ourselves. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagawat Mahapurana Shastram Parayanam Navamaskandaha अथ त्रयोविंशोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच अनोः सभानरश्चक्षुः परोक्षश्च त्रयः सभानरात् कालनारः सृञ्जयस्तत्सुतस्ततः जनमेजयस्तस्य पुत्रः महाशीलो महामनाः उशीनरस्तितिक्षुश्च महामनस आत्मजौ शिबिर्वनः शमिर्दक्षः चत्वारोऽशीनरात्मजाः वृषादर्भः सुवीरश्च मद्रः केकय आत्मजाः शिवेश्चत्वार एवासन् तितिक्षोश्च ऋषद्रथः ततो हेमोथ सुतपा बलिः सुतपसो भवतो अङ्गवङ्गकलिङ्गाद्याः सुह्मपुण्ड्रान्ध्रसंहिताः जग्निरे दीर्घतमसः बलेः क्षेत्रे महीक्षितः चक्रुः स्वनाम्ना विषयान् षडिमान् प्राच्यकांश्च ते खनपानोऽङ्गतो जज्ञे तस्माद्धिविरतस्ततः सुतो धर्मरथो यस्य जज्ञे चित्ररथो प्रजाः रोमपादैति ख्यातः तस्मै दशरथः सखा शान्तां स्वकन्यां प्रायच्छत् ऋष्यशृङ्ग उवाहतां देवे अवर्षति यं रामाः आनिन्युर्हरिणीसुतं नाट्यसङ्गीतवादित्रैः विभ्रमालिङ्गनार्हणैः सतुराग्नो नपत्यस्य निरूप्येष्टिं मरुत्वतः प्रजामदात् दशरथः येन लेभे अप्रजा प्रजाः चतुरङ्गो रोमपादात् पृथुलाक्षस्तु तत्सुतः बृहद्रथो बृहत्कर्मा बृहद्भानुश्च तत्सुताः आद्याद् बृहन्मनास्तस्मात् जयद्रथ उदाहृतः विजयस्तस्य सम्भूत्यां ततोद्धृतिरजायत ततोद्धृतव्रतस्तस्य सत्कर्माधिरथस्ततः योऽसौ गङ्गातटे क्रीडन् मञ्जूषान्तर्गतं शिशुं कुन्त्यापविद्धं कानीनम् अनपत्योऽकरोत् सुतं वृषसेनः सुतस्तस्य कर्णस्य जगतीवतेः द्रुह्योश्च तनयो बभ्रुः सेतुस्तस्यात्मजस्ततः आरब्धस्तस्य गान्धारः तस्य धर्मस्ततोद्धृतः धृतस्य दुर्मवनास्तस्मात् प्रचेताः प्राचेतसं शतं म्लेच्छाधिपतयो भूवन् उदीचीं दिशमाश्रिताः तुर्वसोश्च सुतो वह्निः वह्नेर्भर्गोऽथ भानुमान् त्रिभानुस्तत्सुतोऽस्यापि करन्धम उदारधीः मरुतस्तत्सुतो पुत्रः पुत्रं पौरवमन्वभूत दुष्यन्तः सह पुनर्भेजे स्ववंशं राज्यकामुकः ययातेर्ज्येष्ठपुत्रस्य यदोर्वंशं नरर्षभ. From here यदुवंश वर्णयामि महापुण्यं सर्वपापहरं नृणां यदोर्वंशं नरः श्रुत्वा सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते यत्रावतीर्णो भगवान् परमात्मा नराकृतिः यदोः सहस्रजित्क्रोष्टा नलो रिपुरिति श्रुताः चत्वारः सूनवस्तत्र शतजित् प्रथमात्मजः महाहयो वेणुहयः हैहयश्चेति तत्सुताः धर्मस्तु हैहयसुतः नेत्रः कुन्तेः पिता ततः सोऽहं जिरभवत् कुन्तेः महिष्मान् भद्रसेनकः दुर्मदो भद्रसेनस्य धनकः कृतवीर्यसूः कृताग्निः कृतवर्मा च कृतौजा धनकात्मजाः अर्जुनः कृतवीर्यस्य सप्तद्वीपेश्वरो भवतु दत्तात्रेयाद्धरेरंशात् प्राप्तयोगमहागुणः नूनं कार्तवीर्यस्य गतिं यास्यन्ति पार्थिवाः यज्ञदानतपोयोग श्रुतवीर्यजयादिभिः पञ्चाशीतिसहस्राणि यव्याहतबलसमाः अनष्टवित्तस्मरणः बुभुजे क्षय्य षड्वसु तस्य पुत्रसहस्रेषु पञ्चैवोर्वरितामृते जयध्वजः शूरसेनः वृषभो मधुरोर्जितः जयध्वजात्तालजङ्गः तस्य पुत्रशतन्त्वभूतु क्षत्रं यत्तालजङ्घाख्यम् और्वतेजोपसंहृतं तेषां ज्येष्ठो वीतिहोत्रः वृष्णीपुत्रो मथोः स्मृतः तस्य पुत्रशतं त्वासीद् वृष्णिज्येष्ठं यतः कुलं माधवा वृष्णयो राजन् यादवाश्चेति संज्ञिताः यदुपुत्रस्य चक्रोष्टाः पुत्रो वृजनवांस्ततः श्वाहिस्ततो वृषे कुर्वै तस्य चित्ररथस्ततः शशिबिन्दुर्महायोगी महाभोजो महानभूत् चतुर्दश महारत्नः चक्रवर्त्यपराजितः तस्य पत्नी सहस्राणां दशानां सुमहायशाः दशलक्षसहस्राणि पुत्राणां तान्वजी जनतु तेषां तु षट्प्रधानानां ऋतुश्रवस आत्मजः धर्मो नामोशना तस्य हयमेधशतस्य याट् तत्सुतो रुषकस्तस्य पञ्चासन्नात्मजाः शृणु पुरुजित् रुक्मरुक्मेषु पृथुज्यामगसंज्ञिताः ज्यामगस्त्वप्रजोप्यन्यां भार्यां शैव्यापतिर्भयात् नाविन्दत् शत्रुभवनात् भोज्यां कन्यामहारषेत् रथस्तां तां निरीक्षाः शैव्यापतिम् अमर्षिताम् केयं कुहकमत्स्थानं रथमारोपितेति वै सृषा तवेत्यभिहिते स्मयन्ती पतिमब्रवीत् अहं वन्ध्या सपत्नी च स्नुषा मे युज्येत कथम् जनयिष्यसि यं राज्ञि तस्येयमुपयुज्यते अन्ममोदं तद्विश्वे देवाः पितर एव च शैव्या गर्भमधात् काले कुमारं सुशुभे शुभं सविदर्भ इति प्रोक्तः उभये मे स्नुषां सतीम् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां नवमस्कन्धे त्रयोविंशोऽध्यायः. Yadu VAMSHA VARNANAM started. In tomorrow's chapter, we'll see up to the Vasudevadi. Then in the next Dashama Skandha, we will see some more description of this. And then in the chapter 3, we will see Krishna Janma. See our fortune. We were praying to God. That's why Bhagavan, in our 11th Skandha study, by the time we reach to the conclusion of Krishna Avatara, Bhagavan again is giving the Krishna Janma Katha for us for our Parayanam. So that means Bhagavan also doesn't want to leave us and go. That is the beauty of this thing just happening by His grace only. Thank you. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sri Bhagawata Sharanam Mama Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Sri Sutta Sharanam Mama Sri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Sri Narada Sharanam Mama Sri Kumara Sharanam Mama Sri Brahma Sharanam Mama Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Swarge Satye Kailase Vaikunthe Nasti Ayam Rasaha Atapivantu Sadbhagyaha Mama Munchata Karhichito Om Yam Pravrajantamanupedamapeta Krutyam Dvaipayano Virakatar Ajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Taravyovineduhu Tam Sarvabhuta Hridayam Unimanatosmi Om Yogindraya Namaha Tasmai Shukaya Brahmarupine Samsara Sarvadashtamyo Vishnuratamamu Mujado Om Chaturvadano Brahma Divahuraparo Harihi Avalalochana Shambho Bhagavan Badarayana. Having saluted entire Bhagavatacharyas, Rishis, Munis, Gurus, Devatas, and also our own Acharyas and Gurus, and all Parabrahma and Shruti Mata. By now, in our last couple of years of life lived with alertness and awareness, we must have understood now all these few things, 3, 4. 1. How the world is moving on in its own speed, guided by the Samashti mind. From behind, the Lord is empowering. It's Kali Yuga, it has its own dharma, it goes on moving. As a tiny tot in this entire universe, our contribution can be only by living our dharma, not adding to the negativity of the world. One. Second, we also might have seen the people around us who are associated with us, with whom we are associated through the friendships, through the relations, through the colleagues and etc., through the neighborhood, how their lives and our giving and taking to them going on. So it also must have given a picture of what are the gains, losses in it, limitations in it. By now, we also might have understood about our own life outside of the Artha Kama Prapti, Dharma Nirvahana, how we are doing. And also, we must be by now aware of the Stula Deha Sthiti. See how we give food to it, it sustains wrong food problems, over food problems, no food problems, and the body need to be taken care through the medication, through the exercises, more importantly, through sufficient rest, etc. And its limitations, what the body can do and give it to us. And by now we must be very clear about also our manaha. Not if not very clear, at least an idea must have come that mana by nature sankalpatmaka, vikalpatmaka. With that nature, it made a habit of a particular line of thinking, and we are bound by it. Like a person kami, only kama vicharana. A artha purusharthi, always artha. A person with bhoga, bhoga, ahankari, ahankara. So it has become habit to everyone. It has become habit to us. Second is this mana is always under the influence of helplessly is a victim of our own lives gathered vasanas. Sometimes knowledge. If the knowledge is powerful than vasanas, knowledge guides the mind. If vasanas powerful, then that guides the mind. By now we can be clear about it. More than that, with all these things, how our mind is tossed up and troubled and tensed up, twisted, torn also, and ultimately fatigued and exhausted. To all that again added is what? Mind, because of not controlled, extremely sensitive to receive what? The sense stimuli coming through senses and react to that. Continuously it's happening. Such a terrible thing is the mind, which you cannot leave and go anywhere. Same mind only when it is understood, purified, quietened, divinized, it becomes a great asset to us. Must be clear about it. By now we must be clear also about the glory of the buddhi in general, particularly in our life, how much of the glorious buddhis utility we are doing, how much we are using it. Each one. Is our buddhi subtle enough, sharp enough, alert enough? Is it filled with the authentic guidance of the Bhagavan, the Shastras, the Guru, the wise people are not? We know it. How much our buddhi has got correct information and made into the correct knowledge and conviction about that knowledge. Doubtlessness. About many things we know, we have knowledge. But sometimes it's not from the authority proper. Sometimes it's very vague, not convinced only. We are not pakka in many things. In fact, in life, to succeed, in the spiritual life, in the material life, also in the material life, good life or bad life, to succeed. In bad life also we can succeed. What is required is this first thing called as the intellect convinced about. When the intellect is not convinced, mind comes into picture and dominates and forces. Like when Kaikeyi is not convinced about The great thing that Rama is coronated as Yuvaraja, then she will be definitely overpowered by Manthara to create such a chaos in the entire Ayodhya. Our heart itself is Ayodhya. Our own knowledge and convictions are like Sri Rama Bhagavan. Kaikeyi, if it's not strong buddhi, then the mana will come Manthara. See to it that the knowledge is thrown away. Then what Manthara says, the mind, the buddhi will listen. Therefore, the buddhi has to have knowledge, authentic knowledge, conviction knowledge, and strongly we should be guided by that knowledge. Bhagavad Gita mein this is called as Vyavasayatmaka Buddhi. Bhagavan says Vyavasayatmaka Buddhi Eka Iha Kuru Nandana, which will make you happy in your performances is your Nishayatmaka Buddhi. If that you don't have, Bahushakahi Anantascha Buddhayaha Avyavasayina. Then to that person, everybody comes and talks, Pushpitam Vacham. And their talks are filled with Kamatmana, Sargaparaha, Janma Karma Phala Pradam, Kriya Vishesha Vagulam, Bhoga Ishwarya Gati. When we are lost in our life. Most important in our, whatever we have discussed so far is protection of our own buddhi with its correct knowledge, authentic knowledge. Undoubtedly, Shastra Gnana is authentic. And in every generation, there are Jnanis who are living Shastra by word in their Brahma Anubhava as well as Vyavahara. Definitely, such Mahatmas, Gurus are there. So we expose our buddhi to them, then get guidance from them. So, just a discussion is about the sthiti, gati, mati also of the buddhi, we are aware by now, at least little. And then each of us, though we are shamelessly shameful to know, but if we focus attention, we also know what dirty, useless samskaras, vasanas each of us are carrying. What we are adding to that. How many are going away? How many, when they want to go away, we are not allowing? More than all that, every day in our stupidity of exposing to the world, how many new vasanas we are adding? So by now, by living this much of life, we must know all this. All this at one level. I spoke about at large the world, what is it going through in Kali Yuga, and the world around us in the form of friends, relatives, neighborhood. We talked about our own life outside, how we are conducting, then the body, then the senses, then the mana, then the buddhi, then the vasanas. If we are very clear about that, all these things, we are in samprajnata sthiti, samyak prajnayate. Not doing any one of them. Anytime buddhi says, if it is predominant, we will do that. Or some other time when mana says, it's powerful, we listen to that. Senses demand, we do that. दिमाग ही नहीं प्रॉपर पकड़ संप्रज्ञात नहीं है तो we are just living life very erratically. All this is one side. The other side is what? By now, we must have at least an idea through the study of Shastras. The positive aspect, the Shastric aspects of what is Brahma, what is Atma, what is Maya, what is Jiva, what is Ishvara, what is Jagat. इतना सुनने के बाद तो आइडिया आना चाहिए. So too, most importantly, what is bandha, bandha lakshana, bandha karana. So too, what is moksha, moksha karana, then moksha anubhuti lakshana. Brahma Vidya, know the Brahman, all. An idea should come. Now, keeping all that in our intellect's awareness, molding our life according to the Shastra Jnana, only towards the mukti giving, Bhagavad Prapti, we have to value more. All other things, wherever we have involvement needed, duties to be done by us, authority given, adhikara, to that extent we involve. Beyond that, all these, outer things, especially, what can we do? We can't do. So, the life of ours that way should teach its own lessons. And the study of Shastra also should give a guidance, a direction to our life. Neither we are anymore allowed to live the misguided life of worldliness, nor we can live a chaotic life of licentiousness. Destructive life is not allowed, confused, erratic, non clear life also not allowed. We have to give a direction to our life with the knowledge gained so far. And the direction cannot be anything other than discovering that Lord who is behind and beyond everything of this universe, which is in such a multiple variety form. Whether it is the these solar systems in the science language, or the aneka lokas or brahmandas in the spiritual language. And behind that flora and fauna, as the science says, in spirituality, behind all sthavara jangama, behind sarva rupa namatmaka vishwa. In precisely, it is stula, it is sukshma, it is karana, it is vyashti, and it is samashti. Behind so much of variety yukta jagat, there is only one common substratum, common denominator, common atma of all of them. Common self is there. That we have to intellectually get convinced about on the seat of dhyanam, should experience. As behind these panchakoshas, Sachidanandatma, beyond these Panchabhautika Jagat, as Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. And that Brahma, the Atma, that Satyam Jnanantam, this Sachidananda are not two. It is only words used, but it is one substratum. So, towards this, we have to direct our life and put on that direction only. The speed can be very slow, like a snail. Doesn't matter, because the direction being correct, authentic, ultimate. If not today, maybe after 1,000 lives also at least, we will reach the destination. With all the speed, dynamism, efforts put, if our direction is wrong, where we land up is only in the problematic zone of samsara. तो इसलिए कितना मेहनत कर रहे हैं, जोरदार है ना, कितना आप काम कर रहे हैं, that is important. But more important than it is, in which direction? Is that Preyo Marga or Shreyo Marga? Is that Bandhana Marga, Moksha Marga? Is that Anatma Ahankara Jiva Marga? Or it is Atma Brahma Moksha Marga? Which direction we are putting? This is a very crucial thought. Like a day. Day is a great gift. In that day, all opportunities are great gifts. All the abilities, talents are great gifts. That whole day, which direction I have put my life in? Clear? This is very crucial. It cannot be neglected. This is what we have to be mindful about. So give direction to the life, and the direction should not be anything other than the mukti giving adhyatmikata. And some more things what we have to add are, you can't avoid being knowledgeable or intelligent. You can't avoid being smart enough. We can't avoid being ruthless to reject contrary things to our spiritual sadhana. We can't avoid to be active and dynamic. We can't avoid to be highly inspired. We cannot avoid to be joyful. So, with full knowledge, with inspiration, joyfully, being aggressive in the marga, while doing so, ruthlessly, ability to reject anything other than this spiritual path, all that put together ensures us to be on the path steadily, moving in a good speed, in a what is a in a satisfactory speed. All these ingredients are required, and we have to gather all of them. Spiritual sadhana is not as tempting and tasty like Vishayas, at least for a few lives of our beginning. Till this side, these vasanas of the worldliness go away, and the little benefits this side come. It is like any of the business started with all personal capital put, bank balances, and also loans taken from the bank, from the relatives, from the pawnbroker by investing gold. You understand that tension? First of all, you should have good productivity. Second, you should have the marketing proper. Third, the productivity, marketing, sale should be in such a way. First of all, you are able to pay the employees. Thereafter, you clear the all the types of loans taken. Is it not? At least 8 to 10 years it takes only for that. Where you can say after 8 years, "In this month I have gained more than what I invested first time." It may be 5,000 शुरू में सबको सब देने के बाद, then we can say that you can be relaxed. Then year by year you go on investing, देखते देखते or working, the turnovers, all of them become more inspiring, joyful, satisfactory. Same way in spirituality. You know, sadhana itself is difficult. All the backlogs have to be cleared of the vasanas, of the runas, of the prarabdhas, etc. Then, when sadhana is pursued continuously, having cleared all that also, the dividends should start coming in terms of peace of mind, joy, satisfaction, mind purified, no more regrets, guilts, no more sin happening through us. World which was hating us, fighting with us, at least stopped that. If not, they have loved us, etc. Utna. That is the benefits coming. Along with that, some glimpses of Shraddha in Bhagavan's Astitva. We don't have now. With all our study of Shastra every day, 6 classes, we have not even entered into the school of Shraddha. We are only, without entering the school proper, we are in the outside of the school. We are playing in the playground of Shraddha. We don't, if we have Shraddha in its true sense, we can't waste even one day without doing deeper sadhanas. So when those things come, we can say profits are coming to us in spirituality. Then we can see we are better off than others in our mind, in our purification, beauty of mind, in our pure heart, in the peace of mind, you know, and we are more happy than what we were when we were earlier. Absolutely materialistic, kami, arthi, in that also committing all the sins. Compared to that life, we feel we are better off. So that is the profits started coming in spirituality. Relentlessly, when you continue that, the Bhagavan comes in the form of various gurus or one guru only. He will teach us bhakti, teach us yoga, teach us Vedanta. Through each of this, we find more meaning to the world, more purpose to life, more meaning to life, more purpose to life. Then we become more busy. Like earlier we were busy, in the worldliness, now in doing all these sadhanas. That is a beautiful thing. It is like expanding the business after we started getting the profits. Instead of squandering that money, we just think, chalo aur thoda expand karo. More investments are done, our new branches are opened. Don't we do that? बिजनेस में थोड़ा प्रॉफिट आना शुरू हुआ तो ऐसे बंदे नो बडी इज अवेयर बट दीज पीपल आर डूइंग इट देखते देखते देयर मार्केट्स आर देयर ऑल ओवर द नेशन ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड ऐसे ही करते हैं लोग. So too in spirituality also, having got little of the pakkad in the sadhana, then that person takes up karma yoga and quickly exhausts vasanas. Takes up bhakti yoga, makes his chitta or mana ekagra and aprema yukta. Takes up ashtanga yoga, he removes all the vrittis nirodha. Takes up jnana, he just is relentlessly doing the satya satya vichara, atma anatma vichara. Vigorous. The best example for that you can see is our own Puja Gurudev. He did karma yoga, which is so conspicuous to us. Work for the nation, Swatantrata Sangram. He did his Bhakti yoga to the Lord as well as his gurus. He is a great yogi, otherwise, that type of vigorousness, energy, strength cannot be there. And then he completed, perfected himself through the Jnanam also. देखो what more example we need than that these are the things which we have to do. So in our today's Ubodhghatam, the idea was we have to be aware in our intellect level to understand all these things. The nutshell out of it is what? Give a guidance direction to life spiritually exclusively with all these sadhanas relentlessly karte jana. No stone left unturned. No sparing of ourselves. This is what we are talking to the youth also today. Spare not yourself, pour out yourself completely in the chosen goal. इस तरह से we have to do. Then we grow. So this is what any avatara, any the Paramatma, the Karaka Purushas who come into the Jagat, they do that only. So to any people who are in this world contributing in a worthwhile manner, they also do that. Finally, every spiritual seeker to get his own satisfaction, if not the result, or even to get the result, they will this way will fully involve in sadhana. In this flow of involvement, what 2-3 things happen are: one, the boredom of life goes away. Second, the confidence in life happens that I am pursuing something greater higher. Third, chance is not given for negative life. Fourth, therefore there are no regrets and guilts. These are one aspect of benefit. But the main benefit is spiritually we are evolving. This is called fulfillment of life. Fulfillment of life is never in reaching. Fulfillment of life is in trying to reach. While doing so, we have poured every capacity of ours. That's the fulfillment. Like in one day, we are doing 6 classes, some japa, upasana. This is the fulfillment. अब जीव का result जब आएगा, let him take care. In that also, quantitative, qualitative, directional managements, if we know properly, then we are doing much better. In the qualitative, the two aspect is the study of books which we are studying. So the first aspect of qualitativeness is studying the highest of the books. We are doing that. Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa. In the whole world's literature, there is nothing greater than this. Second qualitative is the same literature, how deeply, how vigorously, how, sharply, subtly we are studying. That we have to manage. After that, study should be ensured in knowledge and conviction. Knowledge and conviction is utilized through sadhana. Sadhana should be done so relentlessly that we can see the glimpses of Siddhi. These are the few things we have to add to what we are doing nowadays. And not going back. जो कर रहे हैं उसको ऐड ही करना है, पीछे नहीं जाना. पीछे जाना is हाँ हो गया इतने भागवत सुन ली, like 1 or 2. I heard भागवत करके they left. Some people for other reason. Leave Shastra, you have done biggest crime against yourself, in my opinion. I will not leave. पढ़ने पढ़ने वाले नहीं हैं मेरे साथ तो मैं खुद पढ़ूंगा, पढ़ाने का मौका नहीं है तो। बोला ना, पढ़ोगे तो आगे बढ़ोगे, नहीं पढ़ोगे तो नहीं आगे बढ़ोगे, फिर सड़ोगे। हिंदी में बढ़ना है कि सड़ना है, डिसाइड करो। बढ़ना है तो पढ़ना है, नहीं पढ़ना है तो सड़ना ही पड़ेगा। Income the buddhi and all that becomes rusted only, देखते देखते. And this Kali Yuga, people around, situation around, atmosphere around, vibration settle around, are so much ready to pounce on us, to kidnap us. There are hundreds of kidnappers around us, ready to kidnap if we are available to them. What is availability? Stop studying class, Shastra, stop coming to class. So your friends will kidnap, relatives will kidnap, your duties will kidnap you, your obligations kidnap you. In my childhood, I did not enjoy. Therefore, you go to every hotel and every ice cream parlor in the city. That's how all the oldies do that. हमारे जमाने में नहीं था. And that way they go on enjoying only. I'm just giving a glimpse of an idea in how many ways we get kidnapped. We are kidnapped by Nidra. We are kidnapped by all our alumni. We are kidnapped by all our past, whatever they are. We are lost, gone. Now we understand you are binding to the classes, how it is liberating you from all those kidnaps. मेरे को वही है. I'm doing classes, therefore the world is not kidnapping me yet. The moment stop classes, first thing will kidnap is Nidra, भोजनम. मैन घूमते जाना. अब कहाँ कहाँ घूमोगे? हो गया घूमना, एक जगह बैठ के अंदर चलना चाहिए. बट गिव ए चांस, स्टॉप पढ़ना. इन दिस वे the sadhana will happen. Choice is ours. Now, having said so, we are now in the last portion of Sri Bhagavan Krishna's teachings through Uddhavji to all of us. Even after intellectually understanding these Shastras, yet how we have to, right from the scratch, we have to do sadhana. Now, in Gita also, Bhagavan told to Arjuna in 4-5 slokas. Here also he told, keeping all these as a basis only, every of the subsequent acharyas like Sri Adi Shankar, etc., gave the steps of sadhanas. Whether they have given in Bhajagovindam in 31 slokas, for them the guidance is this type of teachings given by Vyasa Bhagavan or Krishna Bhagavan in Bhagavatadi or in Adhyatma Ramayana. Now we are seeing Vasishthaji. Other day we saw Valmiki giving. You understand? So he gives in Bhajagovindam. He gives in 40 steps in Sadhana Panchakam, which we chanted 2 days back. So they are the synopsis of spiritual understandings and sadhanas to be done. We have to be clear about it. Same thing in our Taittiriya, Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara and all are now Brahma Vidapnoti Param, Tadesha Bhukta Satyam Jnanavantam Brahma, Yaveda Nitam Guhayam, Arme Vyoman, Sa Ashnude Sarvan Kavan Sa Brahmana Vipashyati. These 4 lines are the entire thing to be understood, to be practiced, and to be reached out. Synopsis. Rest all is elaboration. That's what he said. Brahmana vidapnoti paramiti sutra bhutam vakyam sarvasya valli arthasya. Everywhere so. Here also, Bhagavan Krishna, on the request of Uddhavji, he has started giving his final instructions around 15 ya kuch hai. So we have seen almost 2/3 of it, or maybe half of it. Half we can see. First let us chant Sri Bhagavan Vacha and Sri Shuka Vacha. Today we have not done chanting. How can we be without chanting? Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam Maha Puranam Ekadasha Skandha Muktirhitva Anyatha Rupam Sarupena Vyavastitihi Atha एकोनत्रिंशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच ओम गच्छोद्धवमयादिष्टः बदर्याख्यं ममाश्रमम् तत्र मत्पादतीर्थोदे स्नानोपस्पर्शनैः शुचिः ईक्षयालकनन्दायाः विधूता शेषकल्मषः वसानो वल्कलान्यङ्ग वन्यभुक् सुखनिस्पृहः तितिक्षुर्द्वन्द्वमात्राणां सुशीलः संयतेन्द्रियः शान्तः समाहितधिया ज्ञानविज्ञानसंयुतः मत्तोऽनुशिक्षितं यत्ते विविक्तमनुभावयन् मय्यावेशितवाक्चित्तः मद्धर्मनिरतो भव अतिव्रज्य गतिस्तिस्रः मामेष्यसि ततः परम् श्रीशुक उवाच स एव मुक्तो हरिमेधसोद्धवः प्रदक्षिणं तं परिसृत्य पादयोः शिरोनिधायाश्रु कलाभिरार्द्रधीः न्यसिञ्चत् अद्वन्द्वपरोऽप्यवक्रमे सुदुस्त्यजस्नेहवियोगकातरः न शक्नुवन्स्तं परिहातुमातुरः कृच्छ्रं ययो मूर्धनि भर्तृपादुके बिभ्रन्नमस्कृत्य ययौ पुनः पुनः ततस्तमन्तर्हृदि सन्निवेश्य गतो महाभागवतो विशालां यतोपदिष्टां जगदेकबन्धुना तव समास्ताय हरेरगाद् गतिं य एतदानन्दसमुद्रसम्भृतं ज्ञानामृतं भागवताय भाषितं कृष्णेन योगेश्वर सेविताङ्घ्रिणा सच्छ्रद्धया सेव्य जगद् विमुच्यते भवभयमपहन्तं ज्ञानविज्ञानसारं निगमकृदुपजह्रे भृङ्गवद्वेदसारम् अमृतमुदतितश्चापाययन् भृत्यवर्गान् पुरुषं ऋषभम् आद्यं कृष्णसंज्ञं पुरुषं ऋषभम् आद्यं कृष्णसंज्ञं नतोऽस्मि इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे एकोनत्रिंशोऽध्यायः ओम शांति शांति शांति. I tell you, these sadhanas given by the Lord Krishna, they are not at random. They are not erratic. They are absolutely, if you have little quietness of mind, alertness of intellect, sharpness of ability to inquire and see to it, we can see beautiful sequence. First I will explain you that sequence, then one by one. Like अथ योगानुशासनम योगः चित्तवृत्ति निरोधः तदा द्रष्टुस्वरूपे अवस्थानं वृत्तिसारोपमित्यत्र वृत्तयः पञ्चतयः क्लिष्टाः प्रमाणविकल्पविकर्यनिद्रास्मृतयः. All of them are sequence. So to Vishada, Sankhya, Karma, Jnana Karma Sannyasa, Atma Samyama, they are all in sequence. Sarga, Visarga, Sthanam, Poshanam, Uti, Manvantari, Shanukatha, Nirodho, Mukti, Rashraya, they are all in sequence. They are not erratic. Excellent, perfect. So one by one. First, Maya Adishta. My order to you. Then second, Gacha. Third, Badaryakyam. Four, in Badri, so many places, but Mama Ashramam. Fifth, first having gone there, Tatra. Thing to be done is what? Mat Pada Tirthode Snana. Then Upasparshana. Then see to it that your all tiredness is gone and the body is afresh, etc. Then don't go straight away from there immediately. There only sit to. And do what? Ikshaya Alakanandayaha. Look at Alakananda. After taking bath in any holy river, don't just run into the world of indulgence. Stay there only. Look at Mother Ganga. Pray to her. And inspiration from her you get of wanting only to reach Paramatma relentlessly. See how sequence things are there. Where order, yaha se jao, go to Badri, there also Mama Ashrama, then the take bath in the Matpada Tirtha, find your own Shuchi, take bath and do the upasparshanam, argyam ityadi, then feel that shuchi of the body and all. Then to purify your inner antakarana, sit there only, pray to Alakanandaji, learn from her, and then become clear in your goal of Paramatma. Then Vasanaha Valkalani, from there, where only the Valkala. ठीक है नहीं, फिर अन्य भुक थोड़ा सा जो भी जीने के लिए है वन का भोजन खाओ. उसके बाद सुखन स्पृहा. When you eat, you will feel sleepy. Don't go to sleep. When you don't sleep, you will be tormented by the outer weather, outer things of dvandva. Therefore, withstand to that titiksha, through titiksha. Then be very good character in your heart. Then starts your inner sadhana. First, control the indriyas. See the indriya nigraha is resulted in the shanti of the mana. The mana shanti should lead to the samahitata of the dhi. That dhi, when it comes to that samprajnata sthiti, then jnana vijnana, all the theoretical knowledge and practice of it, you remember it. And in that also, what I taught you, and whatever I taught you, remembering that, exclusively do meditation only on that. Karte karte, your mana, chitta, vani, all should merge in me. And all the dharmas which I taught you in this particular 29th chapter, ensure that you are expressing them throughout the day. That is why, that is what when you do, you will transcend all the triputis of all sorts, where you will reach one and to become one with me. Dekho, how sequentially they are, if we have the eye to look at it. We are studying every day one sloka, one value and explanation. But this is how from the here you are with me in Dwaraka, from here up to Badrinath physically, and there from your gross body to merging in me. This is what is the sequential journey of Sadhyatmik Sadhana. Bhagavan has taught to Uddhavaji through these slokas. He was not missing the sequence. He was not missing the steps while teaching to Uddhavaji. Because Prapannam Anusadima, so whatever he said, when Uddhavaji is ready to do, give him the best things so that he will just follow them and reach out to me in the long time, very soon. See that beauty? How clear. So yesterday we came up to what? Ki Ikshaya Alakanandayaha Vidusha Ashesha Kalmashaha we have seen. The mother Alakananda, her purity, her starting from Himalayas, running, gurgling to merge with ocean en route, selflessly serving everyone, that should inspire me to make my chitta also vritti nirodha, and whatever the vrittis are there, they are only for Paramatma Prapti. Abba. Ikshayalakanandayaha vidosha shesha kalmashaha. Yesterday we took sufficient time to explain it. Anything in the mind other than the thought of the goal of Paramatma, that is all kalmashaha. In Vedanta Bhasha, in Yoga Bhasha, the Pancha Kleshas, Avidya, Asmita, Ragadesha, Vinimesh. In again, same Bhasha, Vedanta, Kalma, that Tamo Guna, Rajayo Guna. Viduta Ashesha Kalmashaha. So the Tamo Guna of the laziness, Nidra Adi should not overpower the Rajoguna of the activity, even on the name of doing this or that. Chalo Badrinath jaake Gurukul start karenge. You need not do anything. Be cool. Find the self in you first. Dharma, Vairagya, Aishwarya and Jnana. Prapti ka prayatna jo hai, that all is again the Rajoguna. Not Sattva-guna. A Sattva-guni Vyakti, through Viveka Khyati, by separating Prakriti from Purusha, Chitta from the Purusha, Sattva Purusha Anyata, he will only go to the Purusha, even rejecting Viveka Khyati. In that Paravairagya. This is a Sattva-guna. That's a very clear what we studied by Vyasa Bhashyam. We are Sattvic, but not pure Sattvic. There is some Rajoguna in that. This Rajoguna will make the Sattva-guna misused. Misused in the sense, not used for knowing Paramatma, but other things of dharma, jnana, and all of that. That's why Bhagavan said, Sarva dharman parityaj. These things you will understand only when we come to a relatively better place, better position of Sattva. When our minds are still in Rajas Tamasa, Kshipta Moda Vikshipta Bhumika, these things we don't understand. When in some lives of upasanas, mainly Guru Seva, and Guru Seva is doing whatever he says. He will tell you, like we spoke about how many japas in the beginning days. Hundreds of variety of japas, stotra, shloka. हमको पता है हम सब ने सिनेमा की तरह देखा है कुछ भी प्रैक्टिस किया इसलिए जहाँ थे वहीं है अभी भी वी आर केयरलेस ऑल थ्रू बट क्या होता है अभी तक और मतलब पुण्य क्वांटिटी वुड हैव बीन डिफरेंट अंतःकरण शुद्धि तृप्ति वुड हैव बीन डिफरेंट दिव्य अनुग्रह से our ability to study shastras would have been different. Better late than never, even we can start now. So what we are saying is, by these upasanas of the Guru Seva, etc., then that Shuddha Sattva Guna comes after many lives. At that time, we'll understand these subtle things. He, Sattva Guna means only directing toward Paramatma. Every goody things in the world is Sattva Guna misused by Rajoguna. Where is the world? Only Paramatma is there. पहले उनको पता करो. That is the meaning of Ashesha Kalmasha Vidusha. Two Kalmashas only are there. The Rajoguna, restlessness of the mind for anything other than Bhagwan. And the other Tamoguna of the Nidra. ये दोनों को पूरा दलाई करो. Ikshaya Alakanandaya. Because when you look at those ever-flowing rivers, towards the goal, motion, infinitude, they will inspire us. I also have to reach to the infinite Paramatma, keep on moving in direction proper without being lazy, without being distracted. You know, the river gets distracted, if not towards the ocean, and that thing just goes into some fields and get dissolves. Or somewhere into some other place and gets stunk there, stinking ho jata hai. Only that waters flowing in one direction toward the ocean, they reach ocean. So to our distraction, agitations only destroy us. Avoid that also, and that one who stays at one place like a water, instead of like a river flowing, if it stays only at one place, slowly it gets destroyed, stinking, poison होता है पानी. सो टू तमोगुण से हम अपने आप को पॉइजनस बनाते हैं रजोगुण से इफेक्टिवलेस यूजलेस बन जाते हैं ओनली थ्रू सत्वगुण whose lakshana is relentlessly pursuing only Paramatma. This is what we took 35 minutes today to talk in our introduction. That is the meaning of a mind freed from all the impurities. So, Ikshaya Alakanandayaha Vidhuta Ashesha Kalmasha. Such person's day schedule is not endowed with thousands of things. When you go to an ashrama or any sadhu sthala, it doesn't thousand things नहीं है उनका. सुबह 4 से 6-8 बजे तक अपना ध्यान करेंगे, फिर उसके बाद मंदिर होता है पूजा करेंगे, फिर आश्रम है बच्चे कुछ है तो पढ़ाएंगे, फिर दिन खाने वाने का देखेंगे, फिर उसके लिए जो जरूरत है वो करेंगे. 1 or 2 yajna they do, evening some parayana, etc. They have not thousand things. There are no thousand things to be done. Few things only to be done. That is a sign of Ashesha Kalmasha Vidhota, means cleansing of all impurity. And these activities 10, 12, which we are doing all of them with clear understanding and consciously that they are all leading me only towards Paramatma. Some of you are into this mood now, where attending classes, doing your Anushtanam, some obligations come, just attend, trying to avoid them maximum. Only when can avoid it, there you are involving. You are in that, slowly coming to the Vidhuta Ashesha Kalmash. Without going to Badrinath. Where you stay, that alone is Badrinath. Is it not? Even for me, I have nothing to go, nowhere to go. no program to attend, and nobody comes to meet me, nor I have any interest. अपना क्लासेस करो, जितना हो सके जब ध्यान करो, थक गए तो सो जाओ, भूख लगे बनाओ खाना, हो गया. This is how few lives we have to live for all. The Rajoguna of the past and Rajoguna seeing the present goes away. Then this Sattva alone makes us introverted. And then the real inner journey of the, what you call, Anvaya Vyatireka, again has to be conducted for a long time. Then in that, the subtlety starts coming. A stage will come after few years of life, few lives of sadhana. The moment you sit in couple of minutes, you have transcended Deha Tadatmya, you have transcended even the vagaries of mind. Buddhi alone is working with the knowledge behind of the tattva and is only doing chintanam. Even at higher level, what chintanam I have done till yesterday, वहाँ से आगे बढ़ने का ये स्थिति हमको अनुभव में आता. Sit, body conscious gone. Just like now also. We sit, body consciousness is gone, we sleep. That time also, same body consciousness is not there, but not sleeping. At the intellect level working. And then Satyam. That is not the descriptive Visheshanam. It is indicative Visheshanam. This is an indicative adjective describingly, non-describing the Brahmana, which is its Lakshana. That contemplation happens. Then slowly it takes to an higher understanding. As we were telling in the morning also, an intuitive mind develops while doing this, when we are doing Upasana Puja to our Guru and Bhagavan. In that intuitive mind or intellect or understanding, that just clicks. What is the meaning of Satyam Brahma? There is a Vastu called as Brahma, it is Satyam. Right? Like there is a chair, it is easy chair. You can relax. So there is a chair which makes us sit straight. Is that Satyam Brahma is like that? If that is you understood, it's absolutely wrong. All the discussion we did today, yesterday was only useless only. It is not descriptive Lakshana. It's not Visheshana. It's not descriptive Varnana or adjective. It is not the Varnanatmaka Visheshana, it is Lakshanatmaka Visheshana. It just clicks. Satyam Brahma means Satyam Brahma means Satyam means Satyam only Brahma. Means what? Anything asatyam we have to reject. Then that which cannot be rejected is Satyam. That is Brahman. This clicks to us. Then we know what is meditation. Till that time it is not MED, it is MAD. It's only meditation. When we go on doing for some lives. So we are explaining Ikshya Alakanandayaha Vidhuta Ashesha Kalmashaha. And the other side, if you have devotion to Mother Alakananda, remember, everything is a being in this world. Everything is a being. It's like a bhumi, it's a being. Surya, it's a being. Chandra, it's a being. A tree, it's a being. A mountain, it's a being. Is it not Samudra Devata, आए राम जी से बात किए? Has not Govardhana manifested and talked? Did not the trees respond when Vyasa ji was saying, Hey Putra, Tarava Abhineduhu? The earth itself is a being it is. So too, every river is a being, not an unconscious entity. So that being called Mother Alakananda, when you are sitting there with that Shraddha to know the truth, she also will look at you and she will bless. In her own way, she has her own power. Like the Vayu and oxygen have their own way to survive us. The Surya Rashmi has its own way to survive us. The blood circulation has its own way to sustain us. The digestive system, all of them, each one are doing different way. All of them are surviving us. So too, Alakananda Mata has her own way given to her, with which she will bless her. Her blessings are Vidhuta Ashisha Kalmasha. She will clear the kalmashas, distractions. The point is what is to be underlined here is very interesting. I don't know how to describe all these things. See, when you look at Alakananda, she will purify you. The moment you divert your attention from her, you will see the world and get disturbed. Therefore, Ikshaya Alakanandayaha, only look at Alakananda. You know what was the biggest, busiest occupation of our Paramaguru Tapon Maharaj when he was in Himalayas, in that Tapovan Koti Uttarakashi? Those who have seen it, no other work, only look at Ganga. That's it. Anything other than Ganga is seen, then the world is seen, then all the agitations in the mind. Look at Gangaji, listen to Ganga sound, both शब्दानुविद्या दृश्यानुविद्या सभी कल्प समाधि हो जाती है उनको. You will just look at Gangaji. They will see the waves is seeing, the water behind is seeing. The water is reality, the waves are projection. The contemplation happens, the knowledge is dawn. Then the Maya Ganga, for him she is flowing Ganga, I told you, flowing Brahman. She will respond. You know, Upasana ka wahi bal hai na. If you see Vishnu in Shaligrama, Shaligrama will respond to you as it is Vishnu only. You know, शालिग्राम को विष्णु भाव से पूजा करो तो शालिग्राम भी विष्णु के रूप में रेस्पॉन्ड करता है हमको. यद भावम तद भवति यो यद श्रद्धा स एव सः. जो श्रद्धा आप रखते हो आप वो होते हो, और जगत को जिस भाव से देखते हो जगत आपको उस तरह से रेस्पॉन्ड करेगा. सो आई एम लुकिंग एट अलकनंदा माता, हे मदर प्लीज प्यूरिफाई मी. Please go on looking at her. In the daily looking at her only, the ekagrata will come, the akuntita diksha to know the self comes. These are all upasana phala. Look at her purified. Look somewhere distant. That is what Bhagavan is blessing. Alakananda ko dekho, तुम्हारा कलमश चला जाएगा. This is upadesha to you and my adesha to Alakananda. When Uddhava comes and looks at you, see to it that is rajas tamas you eliminate. Viduta ashesha kalmasha. हो गया. Then vasanaha valkalani we discussed. Minimum bear, minimum for the protection. Then vanya bhukka for the survival also. Consumption only which is easily available. Sukha nispruhaha. Don't give chance to any of the indriya sukha or sharira sukha or even mana sukha. Then again you are back to the Dwaraka and Vrindavana style life of Dwaraka and Mathura style life of comforts mongering. If you go to Badrinath, there also your sukha spruha hai. तो जब गया क्यों उधर? वो तो इधर ही कर सकते थे. You have gone to Badrinath to do tapasya. First tapasya is sukha nispruha. Don't seek comforts of the body, senses, mind. Means without feeling for their comforts, do the adhyatmic sadhana. That's called tapasya. Sukha nispruhata and taking the dukkha aspects of spiritual sadhana is called tapasya. Like सुबह 4 से 6 सुख स्पृहा होता है, सो जाओ. But that सुख को दूर करके सुख भाव को सुख निस्पृह होकर sitting for your japa dhyanam is called tapasya. So in way at the mind level, mind goes into 100 directions of ragadesh. Pulling it from that, focusing on Bhagavan's rupa or nama or swarupa or brahma tattva, that is tapasya. Tapasya is pulling our attention from natural downwardness to the difficult spiritual side. That's called tapasya. So here, all these three are all the things that are told as tapasya. Leaving this place is tapasya. Going to Badri is tapasya. Taking bath in Matpada Tirtha tapasya. तुरंत बता रहे, वहीं बता नहा के उधर ही बैठो. Ikshya tapasya. Ensuring kalmasha gone tapasya. Living only with Valkala is tapasya. Living only on Vanyamula is also tapasya. Sukha nispruta is सबसे बड़ी tapasya. This is from your side. But that is not all. The outer world also will influence you with its pairs of opposite. That's called as Dvandva Matras. Matra means objects or the experiences. Dvandva, pairs of opposite. Pairs of opposite are again two types होते हैं. बाहर के दोनों, अंदर के दोनों. बाहर के दोनों, for example, heat and cold. अंदर के दोनों, our own liking and disliking. Both are Dvandva only. Inside Dvandva are Raga Dvesha, and outside Dvandva are these things. Heat and cold, loss and gain, friend and enemy. These are all outer Dvandvas. Remember it. So let outer Dvandvas does not create inner Dvandva. Let inner Dvandvas not see the world as Dvandvatmaka outside. That's the meaning of Dvandva Matranam Titikshu. So it can be said as inner Dvandva, outer Matra. Inner Dvandva Raga Dvesha, outer Matra is opposite. Titikshu. Like in any children's hostels, even youth hostels, same is there in big ashramas in the big spiritual zones also. ऐसे ही होता है. There's nothing, just for entertaining sake or example sake I'm giving, children, अरे बस संडे आ रहा है, बढ़िया सा खाना मिलेगा रे. And that day being Sunday, the kitchen staff take holiday, then खिचड़ी सिर्फ बनता है, बच्चे इतने दुखी. So inner Dvandva, that raga for a good food and dvesha for the khichdi. And outside khichdi only came, not the food desired, they get disturbed. होता है कि नहीं? So too in ashramas, there is Bhandara. The Bhandara sunte hi, all Mahatmas are excited there. They have only that one bhojanam interest bhoga. Then they go with all expected. वहाँ जाओ तो पूरा साउथ इंडियन भंडारा लगा. इडली डोसा सांभर कौन खाएगा? Only 2 or 3 Swamis coming from south, they dance with ecstasy. मेरा जन्म धन्य धन्य हो गयो आज. भगवान का दर्शन हो गया. हाउ इडली डोसा मिल गयो. ऑल अदर्स करे क्या, आए तो बैठ गए खा लो. Dvandva means in the initial days of going there, those young swamis, brahmacharis, जो अभी पक्के नहीं है, पक रहे हैं, पढ़ रहे हैं, विचार कर रहे हैं, समझ रहे हैं, सूक्ष्म बन रहे हैं, कमिटेड हो रहे हैं, अभी हुए नहीं, हुए वाले दे डोंट वांट गो टू भिक्षा. जो है वो है दे दो, जो ले आओ जो है खाओ. But the other ones, and one day, what they expect, more than that Bhandara comes. दो जगह भंडारा आज हो गए, इधर से भी लाओ उधर से भी लाओ. But they are so cute, that day they eat, next day they forget it. And the Guru ordered, hey, 2 दिन उपवास. 2 days you went to Brahmandara in that ashram, this ashram, जम के खा के आ गए हो. अब अगले 5 दिन सिर्फ दाल रोटी. दाल में हमको दाल ढूंढना पड़ता है, लाइक मिलिट्री आर्मी वाला. एक जमाने होता था, अब तो अच्छा खाता सबको मिलता है. दाल में दाल ढूंढो और रोटी इतनी पतली या मोटी, इतना ही मिलेगा तुमको. 2 रोटी बस 3 दिन, क्योंकि भंडारा करके आ गए. Then the children, Tapan Maharaj was strict like that. Everybody used to run away from him. I am talking about Dvandva Matranam Didiksha. And wherever we go, if there are human beings, the trouble with them, it cannot be avoided. Nature has its own way of troubling with heat and cold and all that. Okay. But the human beings, देखो तुम नहीं बात करो तो गुस्सा. क्यों आ गया सिटी से, बब्बा बड़ा, हमसे भी 30 मार खार, बात ही नहीं कर रहा. And if you start talking, he is talkative in the city, he thinks ashram also you can talk, he is disturbing the vibrations here. Put a frowning face. क्यों, कौन मर गया? हंसते रहो. क्या ब्रह्म मिल गया क्या तुमको? क्यों हंस रहे हो? It is everywhere so. Life is always in this way with Dvandvas. We cannot fight with them. We have to only titiksha करके उधर से खिसक जाना है. Only the art of managing our inner and outer life is go away from that place where you are tempted and prompted to get disturbed. Staying there, if adds to disturbance, we are not correct. That's why साधु चलता हुआ चलते रहते चलते. न मन को मौका देना है द्वंद्व से प्रभावित होने के लिए, न जगत को मौका देना है द्वंद्व से मन को प्रभावित करने के लिए. देखो, द्वंद्व मात्राणां तितिक्षुः. This is in general in our Vyavahara life also is an art to be learned, after which mind remains balanced, not much reaction. To that extent, energy, time are not wasted, wrong reactions are not done, regrets, guilts and sins are not there. अब कितना लड़ोगे इस जगत से? प्रारब्ध है तो होता है, बस तितिक्षा करो. Titikshu Dvandva Matranam is very important thing. That is why we give sufficient time. Now Sushilaha. Here are two types of Sushilata. In the worldly parlance, Sushilata is living according to the dharma of your Varnashrama, not breaking because of your Kama Bhoga Ityad. This is Sushilata. At our level, we are in the world. But what is Sushilata to people like Uddhava who are in the ashramas? Make a proper schedule of the day and be be the person of character of following that schedule. That is Sushila. Shila means conduction. Su means good. Good conduct means make a proper schedule and give proper importance value for the yajna, means homam, avanam, for the upasana, for the japa, for the swadhyaya, for the chintana, for the dhyana, and your own maintenance. That's called Sushilata. At our level, Sushilata means what? Don't covet others' money, don't cheat others. All of that are at our level good character. Being human is good character. All human qualities, not animalistic or pashu or all that. Then being spiritual is spiritual character there. So a human character in the human beings, the one who is spiritual, what are his Shila conduct? It starts from सुबह 3:30 को उठना. He is a सुशील. 6 बजे 6:30 8 बजे सोया है तो दुशील है. Spiritually. First thing immediately after the bath, sit for your japa, dhyanam. That is sushila. Without even taking bath, bed tea, bed coffee, bed breakfast, bed TV, bed cell phone. People all have this. This is dushila. A spiritual person के लिए सब दुशील है. When it comes to the bhojana matra, twice only bhojanam, sushilata. That also satvika bhojanam, sushilata. That was swayam pakvam. खुद cook करो. Only if you are sannyasi, you can go for bhiksha. And don't go for bhiksha for taste and all. So these are all sushilatas. Spiritual sushilata, इसका आप homework कर लो. Every one of you can write those 10 points and send me so that I can practice. They are all given, the sannyasa, lakshanas and dharmas, but in our life, what you have understood as spiritual sushilata. Daily Veda mantrocharana, sushilata. Purana pathanam, sushilata. Guru upadesha he gave, that japa upadesha sushilata. Maunam, sushilata. जितना जरूरत है उतने ही बात करना, सुशीलता. मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट है समय पे सोना भी सुशीलता. नॉट हर समय पे, ऐसे समय पे. स्वामी जी हर हर महादेव. हाँ, हर ऐड करूं मैं उसको. समय पे सोना, ऐड द वर्ड हर समय पे सोना. As much important to get up at 3:30, so much important to sleep by 9:40, 9:30. Then only those 5-6 hours you have good sleep, then you will not be tired till 9 o'clock next day. Provided throughout the day you have proper food, proper interactions, very consciously conserving the energy, using it for sadhana, conserving energy. By till 9:30, that energy should be sustaining. Over sleep to regain the energy. for 5-6 hours sleep. Then again 3:30 you start. Systematically done and purposefully done. Purpose is again Antakarana Shuddhi, Atma Chintanam, Atma Dhyanam, Atmanubhuti, Atmanishta, Brahmanishta. That is called Sushilata. We have to come to this level. In Gurudev's life, is Sushilata we have seen. In spite of his everyday travel program, in all of that there is Sushilata. There's nothing unplanned, nothing unproductive. Everything is planned, creative, useful. If he has to go to one place for yajna, 7 days, every moment of that 7 days is planned. Like this only, you will get up at 2:30. That's it. Take bath, char, अच्छी तरह, starts writing his 170 or 50 letters. कभी 30, कभी 100, कभी 125. Morning लिखते हो 2 to 5 के बीच. 3 to 5. He used to do. He conquered the nidra, he conquered the time. He conquered the tamo rajo guna, is always in Shuddha Sattva guna. That's how he could do such an amount of work in such a small period of time. हमने क्या किया 42 साल में? He did all in 42 साल. 1951 to 1993 and a half. That's over. How much is done in for only 42 and a half years? We are already 70, 80. We don't even know how to open the Bhagavatam. We know how to close. Without opening. Amma. He's Sushila. What meetings? What lectures? Which subjects? Which inaugurations if required? Spare time. Again writing letters, guiding. Sushilata. Where the bhikshas organized. Is pakka. He is very calculative. How much time take from airport to the place? 40 minutes. In the 40 minutes, he will write 3-4 letters sitting in car. Gurudev is the only one in the entire, I believe personally, Mahatma's group, who had replied to every Bhakta Shishya's jignasa of letters. You can put an average of 40-50 letters per day in his life. Let us say from 1951 to 1993, 40 years. In that 40 years, let us say 40 into 300. 12,000 साल हो गए 12,000 दिन. In that 12,000 दिन you can multiply it by 40. Almost he has written 48,000, 50,000 letters, even more than that. Many are not collected. They are trying to. Two word letter, 3 word. As he grew later, old हो गए बाद में in the letter only where the question is there, you will underline it. He will give 2 word, 3 word, 4 word reply. He will give it back to him. I received letter from Gurudev, both. His own handwritten also came. And in another context, what letter I said, on that only he just gave answers and sent. They are there with me. I am talking about Sushilata. Till the last. Even when he on health grounds went to Uttarakashi, those 15 days, these books like I Love You and all, he wrote there only. All his commentaries on Upanishads, he gave from there. Some are like lectures, they are all, what do you call them, audio tape sunkar, transcribe kare hain, then editing them, correcting them, ensuring that they are pakka according to Adi Shankara Bhashyam. Though his writings are all in English, but all Upanishads, he just follows Adi Shankara Bhashyam only. Keep the Bhashyam, keep Gurudev's book, you will see the translation. In the books, while giving lecture also. And he will keep dictionaries there, references, others' commentaries. He was very sushila. Bhojan. How much quantity to eat, which variety to eat. Who brought what things. Everybody have to be made happy. 10 माता लोग ले आते हैं 10 डिश. एक का नहीं खाओ, they feel bad. Therefore, he'll eat that also. He's Mahayogi, he conquered his Jatragni. Therefore, he could digest. कभी कभी 2 बार ब्रेकफास्ट होता उनका. Because the people have booked in 2 places because of भूल कर. दोनों को उन्होंने वादा किया. Then they feel bad what to do. Then they somehow honestly tell Gurudev, Gurudev, chalo, go to both places. And he will eat here, not even telling them that I have to go to next. He'll go to the next place and never tells them that I already went and came. Sometimes it used to be physically affecting. सुशील की बात कह रहे हैं. And in that whole day schedule, which is with full planning Sushilata, the purpose of it is the higher Sushilata, wherein Sanatana Dharma, Brahma Jnana, Advaita Jnana, Mukti giving Jnana, and every human being deserves. So let me give. They desire or not, they deserve. Because they deserve, I give. If they don't desire, they don't take. Those who desire, they take. But I give it. All the khanda antara, what an amount of travel he has done in the work. Sushila. Same as Adi Shankara Bhagavan. All over the country, 3 times he traveled on foot only. He had no aeroplanes and trains those days. Unka dekh Sushilata. Ho, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, all temples are Punaruddharita or Prana Pradhishtita by him only. You all know that. Then even now some Mahatmas are doing. Today's Mahatmas have more comforts, many disciples to help and all. In those days, disciples also were taken care by Guru and his burden only it was. Nowadays, every disciple is more rich than Guru. Other days, no, Guru only on his strength has to. You have seen this with Gurudev. He used to go and ask people, to my children give food, who are brahmacharis and all. He used to bhik mangte the. Bhik matlab bhiksha as a sannyasi. In the initial days, it's all tough. He had done all tapasyas. It's only later on after 80s, 85s, 80s or 70s, 70 more famous and all. But that 51 to 65 and all, tough for him. Sushilata in the goal, Sushilata in the means, Sushilata in practicing the means to reach the goal by systematic planning. And one of the most important proof and thing required for Sushilata is Samyata Indriyata. And what it is, then what is Shanta, what is Samatida, sab padenge hum, ab nahi to kab padhoge? We'll see tomorrow. Sarvam Krishnarpanam Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. बोल कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की जय.